It's time for live Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace Soccer on CISN.TV is brought to you by Shelton Curtin, Shields, G&L Clothing, the Better Business Bureau, and the Atlantic Bottling Company. Now let's go live to the CISN sports team for the action on the field.
Be part of the movement to grow the beautiful game. Be a fan. Be part of Iowa's premier men's soccer team. Be part of the Menace. And after each home game this season, your first drink is on us at the official Des Moines Menace postgame party at Legends American Grill. Redeem your ticket stub for a free Corona, Corona Light, or soft drink. Join us for these upcoming Menace games or find out more at menacesoccer.com.
Come to our next home game!
There you see the bird's eye view of Valley Stadium here as we get ready for Menace Soccer on CISN.TV. Good evening and welcome to a beautiful night at the stadium here in West Des Moines. Darn Danielson with you. It's around 77, I believe. Yep, and breezy out tonight, so a good night to play soccer. And joining me here tonight in the booth is Jonathan Otting, and thanks for joining us here tonight.
Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm looking forward to it.
And let's talk a little bit about your background. St. Francis College, and where's that at?
So I started out at Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio, and transferred 2 years ago to St. Francis University, which is about 45 minutes from Penn State up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. So up in that area.
Yes,
and
sir.
You're originally from Louisville, Kentucky,
Louisville,
right?
Kentucky, yes, sir.
That's a beautiful city. I've been there a few times and visited the they have a big horse track there,
Yeah,
I understand,
definitely.
and then the baseball bat factory is a great. A lot of
been growing quite a bit lately.
Yeah, a lot of things to visit there. Well, this tonight is a rematch of a match that battled to a draw here, and that was on Tuesday, and so you get to face Chicago here again, and I guess. What does that mean? You've seen them, so you kind of know things. You change the lineup will be a little bit different.
Right,
but
right.
what are some of the things we should look for here in this second matchup with Chicago?
Well, all this week after we played them last game, we kind of talked about how it took us a while to kind of find some things that we needed to fix. And instead of fixing them at halftime, we're going to try to fix them earlier on throughout the half. Things such as we're going to bring our line a bit higher, for instance, tonight defensively, play a little bit more out of the back. But one thing we talked a lot about was coming back from that one goal down in our last game. We scored in the stoppage time, which showed a lot of character out of our guys.
And the key, you got a point out of that, and
huge point,
and that's big when you're leading the Heartland
Right.
Division. And so that was key for you to get that late, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We took a point, but we also took 2 points from them instead of them jumping, getting the full 3 points. We also took 2 points from them and able to get a decent result on the road, especially coming back late.
You guys have played pretty well on the road, really. A couple ties, and you had a real good trip to Canada. So
Right, yeah.
on the road, but even better here at home. In fact, working on a 24 match win streak, and of course this year, I don't know how many of those it's been. It's been anyway. You haven't lost a while at home, and it seems like you settle in and play pretty well here, don't you?
No, absolutely. We train on this turf every single day. It's something it takes other guys. Maybe Chicago, for instance, it might take them a half to get used to our turf. So. Our guys are already comfortable, and we should be able to get the ball moving, pretty early on, and hopefully go at them early.
So tonight it's the Des Moines Menace at 5-2-2, first place in the Heartland Division, and it's the Chicago FC United. They're 1-1-5, fifth in the Heartland Division. They've had 4 straight ties, and that's got to kind of I don't know if that wears on you more. A loss is the worst part, but a tie where you just one kick here or 1 foot
Right.
here or there where you get it in the net and you end up winning the game instead of tying it, or like against you guys scored in the extra time
Right.
against them. So a little bit of frustration probably on their side, isn't
Exactly. You look at them and you see they haven't won many games, but you got to look at the back end of it and seeing that they're getting so many ties, which shows that that they are going to get some results. They might have come back late in some games to pick up that extra points. They're a tough team to play against. But the other thing is they're kind of helping us out a little bit by taking some points from other guys. A tie will take 2 points from 2 teams playing in our conference. So, at the same time, they're a tough team to play against, but they're not winning or losing too much. So, they're definitely tough.
Yeah, I know you guys.
Against,
you guys probably don't do a lot of scoreboard watching, but then when you
right.
see the scores afterwards and you see that, hey, Chicago tied these guys,
Right.
so that helps us because they don't get the full 3 points
right.
in the
so
whole deal.
It's definitely helped us out. Like I said, instead of them getting a bunch of results, they're getting some points here and there, but they're also taking points from guys, every single week, which is good for us.
Well, coming into this, Devin Jamga is now leading the team in goals, and he's really come on here this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, Devin's done really well for us this year. I mean, he's extremely fast, and he's got an incredible work rate. You'll see him tonight. He'll be running full speed for close to probably a full 90 minutes, I would imagine, and he can run just as hard in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes. I mean, he's incredibly fit, and he'll definitely get himself some good opportunities.
And the thing I noticed is usually up top there's a couple defenders around him because he has, as you said, that breakaway speed.
Crazy,
you don't want to get a chance where you get a through ball or one over the top where he gets a chance to run onto it, and then it's danger, isn't it?
Yeah, and the good thing for that is teams will adjust to play, against Devin's speed, so they'll drop back a little bit, knowing that he'll run in behind, which will give us more space to play in front of them. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So if they take Devin away, it'll give our other guys a chance to make something happen. And if not, I'm sure Devin will get on the end of some long ones tonight.
All right, we're getting ready for the matchup tonight. Chicago United and Des Moines Menace here on the CISN.TV. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more of our pregame show coming up right after this.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Be part of the movement to grow the beautiful game. Be a fan. Be part of Iowa's premier men's soccer team. Be part of the Menace. And after each home game this season, your first drink is on us at the official Des Moines Menace postgame party at Legends American Grill. Redeem your ticket stub for a free Corona, Corona Light, or soft drink. Join us for these upcoming Menace games or find out more at menacesoccer.com.
Come to our next home game!
Back here at Valley Stadium, getting ready for the Des Moines Menace, taking on the Chicago FC United. And our injury report tonight, nobody on the injury report, that's good. And Luca Pusta, who sat up here with me last time, he's back off the injury report, and that's good to see that he's back out and ready to play. And the one thing about that is you guys have a lot of depth on this squad, so if there are some injuries, you've been able to fill in. And so far this season, there hasn't been too many anything too serious, has there?
Right. That's one of the one of our main strengths, I'd say, is our depth, and we talk about that a lot. Is if a guy is feeling a little bit off, a day here, a day there, it's okay to sit them and let them rest a bit, because we have plenty of guys that can step up and step in when their name's called.
Coach John Pasquarella in his first season here, and you guys seem to be fitting in and working well with his system and what he likes to do. And what's he like when you're on the sideline over there and coaching? What is he like over there?
Coach is a really interesting guy, actually. You could tell, right from the bat that he cares about everyone, and that he's very personable, easy to talk to. But at the same time, he holds a high standard, and he's looking for certain things. And if you're not making that happen, he'll let you know, but he's also here to encourage you and make you feel comfortable, but also get the most out of you at the same time.
So far, that's been the way it's gone this year, and been able to different lineups, meld them together, and different people, and it's worked out pretty well. Man, it looks like another good crowd here tonight, but man, you can't beat the weather. This is probably one of the nicer nights we've had so far this season.
Yeah, no, it's been hot, so I'm sure the guys will appreciate a cool night tonight, and hopefully that'll allow them to really get after him for a full 90 minutes.
So looking at it here, we talked about it. The Menace 5-2-2 in first place in the Heartland Division. They're, of course, the three-time defending champions of the division. And Chicago United, they're in the fifth place in the Heartland Division. And a couple of players, Chris Mueller and Tommy Barlow, who played for the Menace last year, are playing for Chicago. And you guys talk back and forth a little bit, I'm sure, as players. And have you talked with them at all about their experience with Chicago this year? Get a chance to talk with them much? Or
I was not here in Des Moines last summer, but I played for another team, Kokomo Mantis, last summer that was in the same conference, actually.
Okay.
So I actually went up against the guys like Barlow, for instance, and I haven't talked with them, but I am friends with some guys on different teams in the conference, and it's funny to kind of hear what they think of us, what we think of them, little banter going back and forth.
Well, you guys probably know each other a little bit just throughout soccer and the different
absolutely.
Things that you've played and done, don't you?
I've played against this is my fourth year playing over the summer, so I've been able to meet a lot of different players from different colleges, and I've played them throughout the fall and even in the spring in the college season. So, it's kind of neat to see guys line up for a different team and a different atmosphere, with the summer soccer. So,
Kokomo, that's Indiana, right?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes from Indianapolis. I believe.
Okay. Wait, north or south or?
Not sure, but it's a very very small town. Very small town. Yeah.
Different than West Des Moines or smaller a little bit? Or?
It's definitely smaller. I think Kokomo was maybe 4 or 5 streets, and that was it.
That's a couple stoplights.
Des Moines. I've actually had a great time here in Des Moines. It's a lot. I didn't really know what to expect, but there's a lot of restaurants, good food out here, and we've been enjoying that quite a bit.
Well, that's what talking with Luca too, and he was kind of surprised. All he heard about Iowa was, the farms and that. But he said it's kind of the climate. He said was quite a bit like where he's from.
Right.
And so, anyway, but
it's been good,
And then you don't have quite the accent that he has.
I appreciate that because I'd get quite a bit of grief coming from Kentucky. People expect a big accent from me, but I think I speak pretty normally. At least I've been told.
Well, I don't know if it's you say normally or not, but I don't detect too much southern
not too
of
much.
that. But you can even get some of that in southern Iowa. And my wife was like from spent a little time in southern Illinois.
Okay.
She picked up a little bit of that.
Right,
But
there's some words here and there.
Yeah, I told Luca. I said, "Now is that Texas? Is that?" He said, "No."
A little Austrian accent, huh?
Yeah. But anyway, here come the Menace and FC United out, getting ready for the starting lineups here tonight. And we're just about ready to get underway. Let's run down the lineups for you. In goal tonight, Kyle Einen, Brandon Fricke, a defender, Johan DePicker, a defender, Luke Hawkinson, a midfielder, Devin Jamga will be the forward, Adam Knight at midfield, David Zalzman in midfield, Wang Sunday at midfield, Lucas Stoffer, a defender, Heath Honnold, midfielder, and Joe Kay will be a defender. For Chicago, almost lost the lineup out the window there with the breeze. Lee Joseph, James Barkai is the keeper, Samaki Abdole, a defender, Mark Seberg, Ryan Sierkowski, John Motterwell, John Freitag, Lowell Kudos, Michael Catalano, Chris Mueller, Cratton Stoneman. And let's pause now for the national anthem. There you have it, the national anthem. Darty Angelson with you. Jonathan Otting is joining us here. And, man, that wind is gusting up and down a little bit. Past games we've had it kind of blowing one way or the other. I imagine those gusts that are up and down are a little harder to judge, aren't they, when you're out there in the field?
No, definitely. And I'm sure early on our guys will try to keep the ball on the floor. That's one of our strengths is moving the ball around quickly instead of, we will kick the ball long here and there. But I think we've got some guys in the back that will be able to win the long balls from Chicago. But for the most part, I think you'll see us keeping the ball at our feet early on here in the game.
Yeah, we talked about it last game about how the rain, and that makes the ball skid a little more.
Right.
We were able to see that, but tonight it's dry, just a little bit of windy, and 77 here. So
can't ask for too much more than that.
No, beautiful night for soccer here in West Des Moines as the Menace looking to add their 25th straight home win here onto the ledger as we're about ready to get underway. The Menace will be in the red uniforms and Chicago in the white as you see the shadows starting to cover the field here, and pretty soon the whole thing will be in shadows and be a little bit even cooler down there on the field when the shadows come over. But you guys probably like that a little bit more than that heat, don't you?
No, absolutely. We've had quite a few training sessions where it's extremely hot, especially being out on the turf makes it much hotter than you would expect. So I'm sure the guys will really appreciate that, especially later on into the second half as time goes on.
Well, here we go. The officials coming over.
Switch sides.
Well, they're going to switch off the coin toss. Must have figured out
where the sun was
where
shining.
the sun was going, or where the wind. Now, see, the flags are laying limp over there now, so it's been kind of up and down. That way in the girls' all-star game, it'd be blowing one way for a minute and then the next way. But as you say, if you keep the ball on the ground, doesn't matter too much.
No, I don't think so.
So what are we looking for to see early on here? What's the attack early?
I think one thing we really focused on is not letting us get behind a goal for us to really turn things up a notch. I think we're going to try to go at them the first 10 or 15 minutes and make a statement early rather than letting the game come to us. I think we'll try to take it to them, especially coming off a little bit of momentum, ending the game in Chicago with a goal. And I think we're going to try to carry that momentum from the end of the second half into the first half of this game.
Well, here we go. The Menace will kick it off, get things started here. As soon as the official checks in with his assistants, gets his clock set, and he'll blow the whistle, and we'll get underway. And there we go. Bring it over here to the left side to get started. Just this early moving it around, kind of seeing what the defense is doing here. Need to pick her back there. Now we'll send it up. Jamga on the run, gets behind the defender, and the defender turns. And there we saw it right away.
Right.
A lot of respect for Jamga. He didn't want to give him a chance to get at the ball, so booted it out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of opportunities Devin can get from us, especially, Devin's going to chase down the balls until it goes out of bounds and make plays, something out of nothing. So that's a nice outlet for us to have out of the back.
So it'll be a corner here. The first one right out of the gate here. Joe Kay will give the left-footed boot right in low, and that's going to be off the defender for another corner. And a lot of movement down front of the goal. Comes over high. And I think they called a push in there. It's going to come out. Salzman was working, trying to get to the ball. I don't know if it was him, but the official saw something, so it'll be a free kick coming out for Chicago. But good early attack there by the Menace. James Barkay. Good long boot. And Chicago now. Look to move it up. Nice tackle on the ball. Stoffer. And a push there. On the Menace. Free kick for Chicago. try to lob it up there, but defense is right where they need to be. Send it outside. Battle for it. Knight. And by the defender, but the keeper. Lang will pick it up, and defense holding the shape good in the early going here. Menace, bring it up, looking toward the middle. Good ball work over the left side. Adam Knight. Knight still working, shoots it inside. Left footer. Cleared out of there. And a push will be called against Chicago. That'll go back the other way to the Menace. So they pushed up and kept the pressure on that time, didn't they?
No, they did, and that's one thing we've been working on a lot too is quick transition. So, the second we turn the ball over is just, closest guy to the ball, squeeze into spaces, as soon as possible, try to win it back before they have a chance to counter out on us just like that. So I think you'll see that a lot tonight of our guys working hard right after the ball's turned over to try to kill the play before something gets going for the other guys.
And trying to get it over to the corner, but Chicago will clear it back up. And now trying to work it ahead to get by. And foul called on the far side. And the official having a little talk over there.
It's early for a talk, huh?
Yeah.
Seems like he's going to call it pretty tight.
Yeah, it seems like the Menace have been a little physical to start out, haven't they? Just a bit.
At the same time, I think they've had some smart fouls, instead of a counterattack happening, although they
I don't know if physical, but maybe aggressive is the word to use. They've
right.
been really aggressive in
Absolutely.
the early going, and kind of like you talked about, coming out early and making a statement.
Yes. Those first tackles are important to kind of set the tone and let them know that it's not going to come easy for them, heading towards our goal.
So here's the free kick. Winding toward the middle, but headed out of there. And a look to turn to head it up quickly up the other side. Now crossed. That one hung up there a long time, taken by Knight. Knight looking outside the Jamga. Jamga will drop it back. Zoll's been in the middle. There's a shot that's going to go wide. But Hawkinson be keeping that pressure on again.
Yep. I think so far you're seeing a lot of counterattacks both ways, even quick transitions from one side of the field to the other. So hopefully we'll be able to get on the end of one of these early on.
And that will go out to the Menace. 6 minutes in, no score here between the Des Moines Menace and Chicago FC United. Menace in their home reds. Battle on the far side. And the Menace win it. Here we go. To the outside. Ooh, tried to drop it back, and the defender stepped in. Good work over there by Lucas Stauffer to win that ball back.
Luke's a tough guy to play against. He's all over the place, and he's mean and aggressive. He's a tough guy you don't want to go up against. He'll make your job very difficult.
And now they're going to switch fields, looks like. Oh, no, he'll just take it up the middle. A little too much on that one. Menace again. So far seem to be controlling it early here.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. You know, we have a lot of guys that are so technical on the ball, and we're all right with keeping possession to kind of settle into our game instead of playing their games. You know, we want to impose ourselves, and instead of playing long ball like they might want to, you know, we have guys that can deal with ball in tight spaces and wait for a good play to be set up instead of forcing things.
So that one comes up ahead. And battle for it over there. We'll drop it back to Sunday, and see if they switch it back over or go right up the middle here. The picker decides to go up the middle. And the defender almost took that away, but Menace come back. And keep it alive over there. Seems like a pretty hectic pacer going here, isn't it? No sitting back on this.
Right. No, it looks like, you know, they must have definitely talked about it heading out onto the field, how they're going to attack them early, because I feel like we've done a good job at playing in their end of the field. And although we've taken some risk, you know, we have had some good chances going forward, just nothing on goal quite yet. But I definitely feel like we've had better of the play here early. But we don't want to get caught either, you know, giving up an early goal. So I'm sure our defense is making sure that they still organize even going forward.
And the official says play on, nothing there. Chicago try to go up, try to sneak it through there to Laywall. Back the other way, and the flag goes up offside. Jamga just a half stepper,
right?
So off there.
I think we'll see a lot more of those kind of balls through to him tonight. Just, you know, he's just baiting the line, waiting for that ball played through, and he's shown very well, especially up in Canada. He scored a few where one-on-one with the goalie, which not always an easy finish, but he's done well with them lately. So I'm sure his confidence is growing going one-on-one with the goalie.
It just seems that it's kind of a timing thing. The more the game goes on, the more he gets where he isn't offside.
No,
where
absolutely.
He times that pass a little bit better, and before you know it, boom.
Right. And the more times he makes the run, the more the guys are looking for him. So it's good to get him, even though he's offside, it's good to get him going early.
Sunday shoots it into the middle. Here come the Menace. Outside to Jamga. Jamga looks. Oh, slipped over the ball there.
He's dangerous. Going at you like that, though, that's one of his strengths. Yeah. You know, he's good at isolating guys one-on-one.
Sunday will send it outside, and he'll run it down over there. Back across the front of goal. And just about got ahead on that.
Yeah, I think we'll be looking to get Stauffer in line a lot. You know, he's shown a lot this season with a couple of the assists he's had is when he gets down into the final 18 yards down to the end line, he puts in very good service, and we've been able to score on those so far this year. So that's one guy we're definitely looking to get into the attack is Luke.
Joe Kay kept that one alive. It goes out to the Menace now. And a little bit of a hand there.
He wasn't happy with that call.
Well, maybe if the hand had been back behind him.
Yeah,
yeah, he was trying to pull that around, but the way that he was turned, it was pretty easy to call that one on Zalzman. But so we'll come back the other way, and Chicago probably relieved because they've been playing back on their heels here.
Right. Let's give them a chance to get forward a little bit.
There's a boomer up over the top. And that was partially deflected, so that's going to be no, I guess it wasn't. I thought it was deflected.
A shot off to the side.
Yeah.
Didn't get the best of that one.
The way it came off there, I thought somebody hit it, but it didn't. So the AR says it's a goal kick, so. Well, the Menace will get a chance to see Einen's leg. Got it out of there pretty good. Quick back on the attack the other way.
Come on.
Mueller.
Good tackle.
Oh, nice slide tackle in there to clear it.
Well done. Yeah, that's something we got to be careful of is even those quick counterattacks, but Johan did well there is slowing that one down.
Kudos Laywall was coming in on that ball. Had it lined up, but cleared out by the defender. Now they'll turn it. Fricky will set it up ahead. Ooh. Zalzman tried to get that over a little too much head on that.
The idea was there, though.
Yep.
Good idea.
Going to move it ahead quickly. No score here into the 13th minute. And the Menace get control back. We'll switch fields. Ooh, just by Knight there. You're a defender back there. Is the keeper telling everybody where to go? Is there one man in the middle that's telling the defense where to go? Who's the captain back there, or kind of the director back in the back?
Kyle's been very good at it so far this summer, is keeping everybody organized, but he's mostly talking to our 2 center backs and kind of relaying the message from there. But it all starts with Kyle, and pretty much really everyone on our team does a good job of communicating. I'd say that's another one of our strengths is everybody being on the same page and kind of knowing what their job is and when they're supposed to do it. But it definitely is all starting with Kyle.
Because he kind of sees everything as it's laid out there and can relay that message.
Exactly.
And then,
and he reads the game very well, which really makes, he can make his job easier by talking to the defenders in front of him, and he's been great at that so far this summer.
Nice play there by Stopper to send it off the defender. Yeah, it's always, the keeper gets all the blame when it goes in the net, but it's a lot of times it's because other people weren't in the right place.
Absolutely, and Kyle's had an unbelievable summer so far. I mean, he's been huge for us. So luckily, not really much blame at all has been put on him so far this summer, because he's made some huge saves and big moments for us. But it definitely is tough being a keeper at times.
So Mueller goes down. He's still talking to the official. He's going to get a free kick there.
He must be looking for a yellow card.
Pretty deep, but it's kind of lined up with the goal, so not one you got to be aware of here defensively. Right. As we're ready to play. No score. Left-footed boot. Oh!
Ball in.
Smothered that one.
Yeah, Kyle did well holding on to that one. And you'll see us, we can definitely try to play out of the back here quickly instead of playing the ball long. It's one of our strengths is, playing out of the back and keeping possession rather than kicking it long, hoping for a bounce our way.
Here we go up to Jamga. He handles it, turns. Now we'll bring it back. Get some help there. They spread out. Menace set up back inside. Oh, give and go. Shot is wide. Whoa. That was some excellent ball movement there.
Yeah, that was a nice little combination, tight spaces, and got us a good shot off. That was Stauffer all the way up, right on top of the 18. Kind of made that thing happen.
The Menace continue to put the pressure on. And there's a push from behind.
I have to think Coach is pretty happy with how the guys have started out tonight. They definitely have, made the most of their opportunity early on and got some good shots off. So.
Pretty aggressive, and then like we saw in that last sequence, a lot of good passing, looking, giving the ball back and forth, and it's tough as a defender, isn't it, when they're moving that ball around so quickly.
The more they move it side to side, even the more tired they're going to get later on in the game is constantly having to switch, sides of the field. So all this will, play its role throughout the night. So I got to think Coach is very happy with how we've started out the night.
And got to know Chicago with all these, ties, that their defense is pretty stout back there.
They're not giving up too many goals, and that's we only got one on them the other night, and it was late. So. And another thing that they do a lot very well is they're applying pretty high pressure on our outside backs, and even the outside midfielders are not giving them much time on the ball, which makes it tough to play against.
Yeah, they try to go up the right side there, and just a little too much to Mueller over his head. 9 will send it out to DePicker. for the Menace. Sunday handles it.
This is where Stauffer's dangerous right here going in line.
Cross deflected. I was laughing because they ran into Hawkinson there, and the guy fell off. And Hawkinson kept moving like it was a fly that landed on him.
He's a brick. He's like a brick wall here.
Battle for it there, and that'll go to the Menace. Sunday mixing it up in there and draws the.
Yeah, we have some tough guys out there tonight, guys that are very aggressive and hold their own in pretty much any physical battle, really.
Sneak that one through, try to. And the Jamka drops it back. Now up ahead. Almost snuck through the defense there. Knight. Well, it just seems like the Menace are getting to the ball first a lot of times, aren't they?
No, they are, and that's big for us, winning those challenges. And we talk a lot about competing and really making the most of every opportunity we have. And I think in the past week and 2 weeks, we've really improved that side of our game. Is just really going out there and competing.
Joe Kay sends it across. Up top, again. Whoa.
Well done.
And there's a foul. That's in a good.
It's a very dangerous spot.
Yep. Up to the right of the goal there will be a free kick for the Menace.
I imagine we'll have David take this one. It looks like he's on the ball. He's got a nice left foot on him and very dangerous on free kicks.
20 yards or so out from the right side. Getting that wall set up. Just lobbed it up over.
Just missed Devin.
Yep.
That's a good ball in, though.
He tried to get that foot up.
And he got it up and over the wall. It's just a little high for him. That's pretty good chance, though.
Yep.
I think they'll be pretty happy with that one.
Chicago now with the ball, holding off another attack here by the Menace. Into the 21st minute, no score in the first half. Battle up front.
He was looking for a call but didn't get it. Good job by Johan.
Laywall wanted a little grabbing there, but I think it kind of was going both ways. Zalzman turns it in and runs right in to Michael Catalano.
It's been pretty physical here early. It's a pretty competitive matchup here so far.
And the official talking to him, and depends a lot on what those officials say early on, isn't it?
Yeah,
they kind of keep control before they.
Right, you're gonna get an idea of how they're gonna go about the night, whether they're gonna let the guys play or call most little fouls. So as long as he's consistent both ways, I think it's pretty fair. And it looks like he's letting them play quite a bit so far. It's been pretty physical so far tonight.
Adam Knight working it there, but the defender knocks it out. And throw comes in. Oh, nice, almost little kick over the top there. Stauffer. Zalzman. Reverse it back over here to Joe Kay. Chicago now working it up. Mueller into the middle. Now back through. And Iden came in. Yeah. Laywall was grabbing a little bit there, wasn't he?
There's a lot of jersey grabbing so far, but like I said, I think it's been going both ways. So the referee will let that play out unless he sees something, extremely wrong. But
and in that case, he grabbed him, but the ball went through, and so it didn't impact the play as it got to the keeper. So let him play on there. Oh, nice touch, quick touch by Holzman. Lob it up the middle. Junga trying to get there. Sunday sends it outside. And can't quite get there.
Reach.
Just a little bit. Too much on it. But again, the pressure. Keeping it down here in the Menace half, and then when Chicago's tried the counter, the Menace have dropped back
Dealt
pretty
well
well.
with it, yeah. And that's just part of that transition I was talking about is, guys knowing their roles and where to be to slow down the attack. So we're kind of defending as we attack, and you'll see the back line kind of setting up defensively as we have our midfielders and forwards going forward here.
Adam Knight sneaks it through two defenders. Still going. And off the top of the crossbar. Almost snuck it in the right corner there.
He knew exactly what he was trying to do on that one.
Man, just a half a foot from going under that crossbar into the right 90 there.
Man, that was an unbelievable shot. I mean, he split a couple guys on the way to doing it himself.
Between two defenders and then around another one on the shot. Just beautifully placed.
Adam is very, very quick and changes direction very quickly, which makes it tough to defend against him, as you saw right there.
And that one headed out. Chicago under pressure.
Good to see another strong opportunity go our way, though.
It's Hawkinson with it now. Over to Adam Knight again. Almost
Still
makes
fighting,
his way. Oh, and he draws the foul there.
Good job.
The hold. And again, in a dangerous place right there for the free kick. Is this one you try to straight on in or angle over the top?
I think he's going to go ahead and try to put this one across the 6-yard box and hope that one of our guys even just get a toe on it if he puts it in with enough pace.
Joe Kay with the green shoes here. Oh, and that one right off the defender. But you were right. He was trying to set it across there, but
trying to get it over the first defender and down. It's not an easy task, but another good couple chances there for us, though.
Samanke Abdullah got in the middle of that one. There's a high lob over the top.
I think that's something we'll be happy with is those long balls. It's not too big of a threat for our guys, and Kyle's keeping a pretty high line, so he's easy. He can pick those up pretty easily.
Back the other way. In the 28th minute here. No score yet. Menace have had a couple nice chances. The last one just off the crossbar. There's Chicago now. But the defender steps right up. As a defender, how far are you allowed? I mean, if you see that open, you get to keep going up and then try to shoot it, or how far? What's the rule on that when you want to? How long you keep it until you get pressure? Is that
absolutely no? As long as somebody slid in for Johan there, coach would be all right with him going forward like that. It's just about making sure that somebody slides into his position as he starts taking his space up the field. So, I imagine one of our center mids would just take a couple steps back and hold in case there was a quick counterattack for him.
But if you keep seeing green and keep moving ahead, then might as well put the pressure on him and keep going.
And he was looking to slip a guy like Devin, but unfortunately the guys weren't quite ready for it. But it's dangerous seeing a guy come dribbling at you, taking space pretty quickly like Johan did there.
Sunday sends it up the right side. Here come the Menace.
Just offsides.
Not by much. The flag went up over
close.
there. And second time now, offside.
We're knocking on the door though.
Yeah.
Just a little off on timing, but we're definitely having some good ideas here early.
Some discussion there. I don't know what about. The fourth official over there was pointing at something. I don't know what it was, but
must be some stuff going on off the ball. Maybe a little pushing and grabbing. Well done.
Well, that's going to go to the Menace. A little too much contact there. Sunday sends it across.
Well done.
Joe K. Up ahead. Oh, just about. Just wide. Hawkinson.
Did well there.
Man.
Took his space again, and
yeah.
There's definitely some pockets of space that our guys are finding where they can take 10 or 15 yards on their own.
And then the thing is, you got other guys filling lanes, so you got to kind of watch that he doesn't flip it outside or to the right or the left.
Absolutely. Whenever you see a guy dribbling at you, and we have guys making runs off the ball, you don't know if he's going to keep the ball on his own or if he's going to slip it. So.
And that time he pulled the trigger, and not a bad shot.
I think he would. I think you'd take that shot 10 times out of 10 times, right on top of the 18, definitely in range. So. Yeah, they keep the goalie honest as well.
Got a lot of good movement up front.
Yeah, no, we have some very dangerous guys that work well together as well, very unselfish, and find good opportunities for each other.
And turn it back now. Hawkinson sends it outside to Zalzman. Now back over to Zalzman, left side. Brings it back. Hawkinson makes the run in. And the defender steps in. And we'll come back the other way.
That's an all right foul, though, killing the play before way back in their half rather than letting them counter out, so no problem with that.
Seberg comes up the side, and that'll go to the Menace. You said they've been consistent with the pushing, and back and forth. They're letting that go right now.
Yeah, and I think both teams would agree that they'd rather play that way than having every little contact call. It allows the game to get flowing a little bit, and instead of stopping every two minutes.
And then they'd look at the results too. If it doesn't really impact what happened.
Absolutely, might as well let the game keep flowing. Here goes Adam Knight.
Yep. Knight back inside, now drops it off. Over to Zalzman. He'll find Joe K coming over left side. Cross. Ooh. Set it in there. Knight was a little disappointed. He kind of, I don't know if he caught his cleat on the turf. I think he thought he needed a little better attempt at that.
Yeah,
but
no, it's made a good run. It's
yeah.
a tough ball back. Clear it out. Well done.
For it. Chicago here, looking to turn it.
The ref continues to let him play.
Well, that's one of the few times we've seen Chicago penetrate in front of the goal there in a while.
Yeah, I've been watching, and it doesn't seem like they have too many options. They're trying to play a lot through their center forward, and so far we've done a good job of double teaming them. And other than that, I think they're looking for the long ball in behind. They're not breaking us down too much, which is credit to our defense of making it tough for them to play out.
34th minute here, no score. Up to Jumga. He keeps it alive. Plays through the push there, and now draws a foul.
I'm telling you, Devins is an extremely tough guy to play against. He's so quick. He'll catch you sleeping, and he's gone before you know it. Here comes Stauffer.
Chips it over the top, but nobody there. Knight comes in late. And back the other way, Seberg. But the Menace get control again. Out to Adam Knight. And a push from behind again by Mueller. The official said no, a little deeper out here.
Yeah.
Unofficially, I've been kind of keeping the fouls and the pushes here, and it's about 6-6.
Pretty even, yeah, pretty even.
It's even back up here as Chicago seems like they've gotten a little more aggressive on the ball here in the last.
Yeah, I think they're doing what they can to try to slow our guys down at this point. We've gotten a couple chances, but
trying to slow that attack before it gets up.
Absolutely,
in the last third there.
Exactly, but good to see that it's even. It's nothing better than playing in a physical game where it's being called fairly both ways.
Drop it back, now set it up the right side.
Well done, Johan.
To Picker right there. And draws the whistle again. And Mueller's been active.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks he did anything, but I can't tell if doesn't look like he's going to card him. And here we go. We take off.
Yeah, he looked like for a minute like he was touching that pocket or thinking about it, didn't he? Or like,
yeah, I think Johan was hoping maybe Mueller would pick up a yellow card there, but fortunately enough, everybody was paying attention to the ref, and we got out pretty quickly.
And then another ball. Ran onto the field, the ball boys there. Salzman sends it inside to Knight. We'll drop it back. Long shot! Oh!
I think it changed directions on the goalie there at last minute.
It did. He was leaning toward his right and then had to kind of move back toward the left. That ball kind of knuckled a little bit on the way in, didn't it?
Hawkinson's had a couple good shots here in the first half, and one like that could catch the goalie off guard, especially changing directions. I think he'll keep shooting based off how his night's gone so far. He's done well with his shots.
Yeah, because it kind of looked like you're thinking it's going to curve there to the left, but then it just kind of knuckled and went right on him.
That's when you know it's a good shot. Changes directions like that. You hit it well.
Yeah, that's when he's going to need a little chiropractic adjustment
I think so.
at halftime on that one.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Knocked down. And Chicago, Jacob Graber. Now into the middle. A turn on it. And second defender comes through, still hanging around in the middle in there. They haven't cleared it out yet.
Oh,
and
good no call there.
Nothing happening, but now Chicago trying to pick up the pressure, sensing something here. Dribbling through, but knocked
tackle.
away. Yep.
See if they'll look to counter pretty quickly here.
Jamga pokes it through on the horse. Waits for his teammates to come up. Now takes it.
Keeps fighting.
Goodbye the
Well
defender.
done, Devin.
Loves it. Oh, man.
Wow.
And the keeper all the way out, and he has to kick it into the stands. Man, Jamga just about flicked that into Knight, and Knight couldn't quite get on it. But
like I said, Devin's a guy that will never give up on a play and kind of make something out of nothing when you think the play's over. And I think that's a good example of that right there. Nearly got us across in, or did get us across in, and nearly got on the end of it.
Battle back the other way, man.
Well done, Fricky.
Turnaround Zalzman. Outside. Keep
What
moving.
a good ball by Stauffer.
Just
he went up for it.
Yep, hung up just a little too long on him there.
Did.
Good hustle back by Knight. Tonight. Send it over. Hawkinson. Run it down on that right side.
Good ball in
by
by Stauffer.
Osman. Yep. Turns and wide.
We're definitely getting down into the areas that we look to get down into, and I think, both Knight on the left and Stauffer on the right have gotten in line a couple times and gotten some good balls across, which they got to be happy with.
Well, comes Chicago back the other way. They've so far held off every challenge by the Menace, and there have been a lot of them here in the first half.
They're hanging on here, but
so we head into the final 5 minutes. Now lobbed up ahead. They get through into the middle, but cleaned up there. It's Kudos Lewall. Tried to sneak it in. There's to Picker again.
Uh-oh.
He goes down.
Oh, Kyle's there.
Heinen.
Done. Looks like they caught Johan late on that one.
He's getting up slowly.
He's gotten kicked a couple times here in the first half. A couple late kicks.
Yeah. Laywall back there talking to him.
Don't think he's too happy about that one. That's our captain, Fricky, having a word with the referee.
And here we go. Hawkinson now. Zalzman tried to go between the legs, but couldn't. And be Chicago. The last few minutes are always a little dangerous, it seems like.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping we get 1 or 2 more good chances, but then again, hold off and make sure we keep a clean sheet going into half. You don't want to give up one late in the final few minutes, especially after such a good half that we've had, I believe.
It seems like that happens sometimes. You get a flurry, and then there's a big counter. And
right. Turn off the switch for just a minute, and, they have some guys up top with some pace that could counter quickly and make something happen. So we got to stay locked in here for the final few minutes.
Battle for it. Menace come away with it. Picker up to Sunday.
Oh.
And he says play on.
Questionable call there.
Left side, tried to cross, turn it over,
well done,
and tackled. Yeah. Nice tackle, right on the ball. That was beautiful.
That's a tough spot to be in defensively. You know, don't know which way he's going to go. Right on top of the 18. Fricky did well there.
And he was aggressive, but he didn't foul him.
Exactly,
and got the ball.
Yeah, Fricky's a very smart player and a guy that's good in situations like that. So that's a big play, especially in the final minutes, like we just talked about.
The final 2 minutes here now, a regular time. And the Menace looking to get on the board, take the lead into half.
I believe that's Knight over there on the switched over to the right side here.
Back over, he's going to try to run it down, and the defender will just clear it out over the stadium fence. They got the
wing
coming back in.
Oh,
nice one inside.
Look to cut it.
Back in.
Oh, that's a perfect idea there by Stauffer, and even right run by Moines, just a little bit off. But I mean, that's another really good opportunity for us in their box. We're doing all the right things. It's just a matter of time till I think one will go in the back of the net. Absolutely. But a lot of good chances so far for us.
So we head into the final minute of regular time here. Might have an extra minute or so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we had 1 or 2 minutes of stoppage.
A couple injuries and that. So.
Yeah.
That fourth official over there is in the worst spot. He's looking up into the sun that still hasn't gone down by the press
just about the only spot on the field with the sun.
Here's Chicago working it.
It's Fricky out there on them, not giving them many options.
Give them anywhere to go.
Yep.
That one's high and over the top. Finds the net, but the top of the net behind the goal.
And I think that's something we're all right with, is a cross like that, because Kyle's very good in the air. So, you know, if that's the chances we're going to give up, you know, we're very comfortable with Kyle coming out to pick those up for us.
And I think he put up one finger, so a minute. I think that's what he was saying.
Maybe hopefully we'll get one more chance here before he calls halftime.
Minute of extra time.
Oh, here we go.
Sunday turns it, lobs it outside.
Comes Stauffer driving at him.
Jenga in the middle.
Oh, what a ball.
Back, turn. Oh, the keeper.
Another good one.
To his left. And
man, that's another great ball by Stauffer, cutting it back. The guy was right in the good spot.
James Barkai.
Good shot, put it on frame. Just
done a great job in the goal for Chicago here in the first half.
That's a good save by the keeper there. Another good chance for the Menace as well.
Final seconds here, extra time. Up through the middle, stop.
Good read by the picker.
And
halftime.
That's halftime. 0-0. About what you expected first half, pretty much?
Yeah, I think heading into the locker room, the guys will be pretty happy with that half. You know, I definitely think we imposed ourselves on them early and got, you know, a lot of really good chances, not just half chances, but good shots on goal, a lot of free kicks in their area, and didn't really give up much either. So I think Coach will be very pleased with the first half. All right,
we're going to take a halftime break. We're going to talk to some of your teammates here at halftime, and we'll do that. We'll take a break and come back 0-0 here at the half. The Menace in Chicago. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Be part of the movement to grow the beautiful game. Be a fan. Be part of Iowa's premier men's soccer team. Be part of the Menace. And after each home game this season, your first drink is on us at the official Des Moines Menace postgame party at Legends American Grill. Redeem your ticket stub for a free Corona, Corona Light, or soft drink. Join us for these upcoming Menace games or find out more at menacesoccer.com.
Come to our next home game!
We are back at halftime here. The Menace and Chicago, 0-0 at the half. Dar Danielson with you and a couple of guests here. And first of all, tell me who you are.
James
Whippich and
Jacob Weiler.
Okay. You guys, what'd you think of the first half there?
I think it was a good half from the Menace. I certainly think that they certainly had the better of the chances. Chicago looked quite dangerous on the break, but I think we nullified anything that they had going forward. So I certainly think going in the second half, we can certainly have the better of the chances and keep moving forward and score a couple of goals, I think, on them.
Same thing there?
I would tend to agree. I think that most of the principles we talk about in training and in just our philosophy overall were things that we did very well in the first half. I think both teams certainly had chances, and it was pretty even, but it's to be expected as we just played them to a 1-1 earlier in the week. So
so you know them pretty well, yeah, but it seemed like you guys came out with attacking right away and then trying to take it to them, and several good chances there in the first half.
Yeah, a lot of our emphasis this last week has been not conceding the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that we want to get on the board first, and I think if we do that, we'll end up winning the game.
So let's talk a little bit about you guys' background. Tell us a little bit about where you're from, how you got to the Menace, and just give us a little short history of your soccer career here.
Absolutely. I'm originally from New Zealand, so I came over here starting my college career. I started out at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. Spent a year there and kind of wanted to look at some new avenues, and found myself at Drake University here in Des Moines through a common connection that I had back home with a coach. And yeah, I spent my last 3 years there and just graduated in December, and have been staying around in Des Moines. And so I played with the Menace last year as well in the summer, and so this is my second year coming back.
And then tell us a little bit about you.
And yeah, I'm from Fargo, North Dakota. So a different perspective.
A little different in New Zealand, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I play at University of Nebraska at Omaha. I've been there now. This is going to be my redshirt senior year. This is my first year with the Menace, but in previous summers I played out in Virginia, in Newport News, Virginia, or Williamsburg, Virginia with Legacy 76. So I got connected out here, again, a coach connection. So
I see. Well, for you, Iowa's probably not a big difference in being in Nebraska and South Dakota, is it? Not a big change?
No, not a drastic change by any means.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about New Zealand and the change in being here in Iowa. What are some of the things that you've picked up here or like here that are different from your being in New Zealand?
Yeah, absolutely. The landscape is for sure very different. I mean, New Zealand is a small island, so we don't have the wide expanses and paddocks that we kind of see in Iowa, and very flat. So we're a lot more mountainous in that kind of way. In terms of population size, we're obviously a lot smaller as well. So that's been a big change. Des Moines obviously is not the biggest city that the United States has, but it's still a big city in my eyes. So yeah, it's just kind of a small fish in a big pond turning for me. So
did you say New Mexico?
Originally New Mexico, yes.
New Mexico's a little bit different too, isn't it?
Absolutely. That was.
I mean, more hot and.
Oh yeah, that was a very big difference going from. Yeah, I mean my house back home was about 5 minutes from the beach, and I turned to a desert that's a mile high. It was that was a lot more of adjustment than when I came to Des Moines. So it was a very interesting experience, that to say the least.
So talk about your second year and your said first year with Menace, and how's it gone for you so far?
I think the Menace organization as a whole is a very professional organization. They treat us very well as far as housing and training atmosphere, transportation, traveling, all those kinds of things that go along with playing a season over the summer. And we're traveling to Canada. We're driving, 20 hours in a couple days. And it's quite comfortable with the support we get from the organization. So I think it's been a positive in that regard. And then as you see, on the field, we're a very talented group, so the training environment and the obviously the level that we play at is also very high. So it's been a good experience so far.
Yeah, I'll echo those points. The quality of players that they get to come in here year in year out is awesome, and yeah, very much is a professional environment that you're living for the entire summer with soccer in your backyard basically, and like quality behind the scenes and coaching staff and all that is a very professional environment.
What? Do you ever get tired? Is it just you love soccer, and did you ever get tired of another day training again and games? But do you ever get tired of that, or is it just something that you love so much that you just want to keep going out there and doing it?
Absolutely. I mean, for the most of us, it's been ever since we started growing up, since we were 5-6 years old, that we've been playing, and so it's just another day for us that we get to do exactly what we love.
I think we all have that shared love of the game, but I also think that we all have those shared days where we don't really want to put the work in. But I think it's funny because I think the coaches were players at one time as well, and I think they know that, and so I think most coaches try and keep it interesting by just letting us play the game. And when you play the game is when you're usually the most happy. And so we play a lot, and so it's very difficult to become discontent when you're playing.
And I know everybody's goal when you play a sport is eventually get to the highest level, but there's a lot of players that don't even get to the level you're at with the Menace level and that kind of level. So it's got to be, to still play a game at a high level that you love is got to be good, whether you move up, or stay here or whatever. It's just got to be a good thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I graduated in December, and so this has been my first kind of real world experience this last 6 months. So being able to come back and doing something that I love every day has been, it's really great to go back to something familiar every day, especially when everything's getting so new.
Yeah, being from the Midwest, I think that the Menace is kind of an institution of PDL, and they've been around for so long and they've done very well. And when we come to a tournament in Iowa in the summer, oftentimes kids will go to the Menace game. So I've been to a Menace game before, long time ago, and that impression kind of stuck with me for a long time. And so I think that that's something they strive to achieve every year, and obviously that shows on the field, through spectators, through sponsorships, and through the play as well. So,
all right. Well, quick analysis here before we let you go. What do the Menace have to do here, second half, to break open this scoreless tie?
I think they just have to keep what we're doing going forward. I mean, all week we've been working on our penetration and kind of that final final third, and you can see at times it may just be a slight little pass out here and there in the final third. So I think we just got to keep plugging away and creating chances and being patient in the final third.
Yeah, I would agree. I think sometimes the game asks you to make adjustments, but I think in this situation, if we continue at the same pace, same tempo that we're at this point in time, the chances we're creating are going to become better chances, and hopefully we can put one away. As long as we're sharp defensively and stopping counterattacks, I think we should be all right.
All right, we appreciate you joining us, guys, and good luck to the Menace here in the second half. And your teammate's been doing a pretty good job of color there, Mr. Otting. He's helping me out up here, so we appreciate it, you guys. One of the things I like since I've been doing the Menace is you guys all seem like you're nice guys. None of you seem like you're, out there it's about me. I mean, everybody I talk to in the Menace, men and women, it seems like you guys are, and you don't just say it. I mean, you're doing it. So I appreciate that. It's fun working with you guys.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this. We'll take a break. We'll come back here with the they got bubble ball going on out there. That looks like fun. You guys ever play that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back with the second half here. No score here. The Menace against Chicago. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Be part of the movement to grow the beautiful game. Be a fan. Be part of Iowa's premier men's soccer team. Be part of the Menace. And after each home game this season, your first drink is on us at the official Des Moines Menace postgame party at Legends American Grill. Redeem your ticket stub for a free Corona, Corona Light, or soft drink. Join us for these upcoming Menace games or find out more at menacesoccer.com.
Come to our next home game!
Back here ready to start the second half. Dar Danielson with you, and joining me is Austin Kroll. Going to do a little color with us from the Menace. Welcome to the booth.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And we're underway, and thanks to James Whippich and Jacob Weiler for being our halftime guest. Sorry about the camera. We had a little issue where you couldn't see us on camera, but those guys probably didn't need to see them, huh? Here we go. Chicago. Start out with it, and that went up. The flag went up quickly on that. So it looks like Chicago trying to come out early here and go on the attack and maybe try to get a quick goal here against Menace.
Yeah, Chicago, we played them Tuesday. I was there for that game, and they definitely have some good guys going forward, some strong forwards and midfielders.
And it's been kind of physical, but nothing too over the top. We're talking about the officials kind of let it go both ways here with a little pushing and bodying up and stuff early on.
Yeah, we were talking about it down in the stands. We were saying that the ref has let quite a bit go, but we'll see how he deals with the second half so he doesn't let it get out of control or anything.
So here come the Menace. They're in the red, Chicago in the white. In the middle to Hawkinson. Hawkinson up. Sends it back over. Shot is blocked off the defender. And Zalzman had a look there. But
yeah, we were able to break the lines there. Looked like David got in a good space to shoot. Not a bad go.
And here come the Menace again. This time they'll send it over to the right side. Lob it up ahead. Looking for Jamga there. And the defense again clears it out. Up ahead to Mueller. Mueller tries to shoot it through. Almost gets it through the defense, but the picker's right there, and then Ian cleans it up. And those guys on the back line have been pretty stout so far in the match, haven't they?
Yeah, for sure. They've gotten their bodies in front of the ball there just like that. And Kyle did a good job coming off his line, collecting the ball.
We were talking about earlier, you're a keeper, and we were talking about the role the keeper plays, and he kind of talks to the defense, and then they kind of communicate to each other as the keeper sees things developing. That's kind of the way it goes, isn't it?
Right. Like they tell you from, when you're young, you see everything. So it's your job to tell them what's going on because they can't always see what's behind them, what's to the side of them. So, that's something that's always emphasized at every level of the game.
Chicago set to throw it in here as soon as they get that ball off the field. There we go. John Motterwell sends it back. And now Chicago be a little more patient. Up ahead, a battle for it. And Chicago. Catalano keeps it alive. Let's send to Mueller. He tries to sneak it back inside there, but nobody there, and he goes down, and the official says play on. Jamga sends it outside, now heads up the middle. Just a little sparring back and forth here to start the second half, huh?
Yeah, this is a team that's very good on the transition to attack, so that's something we got to watch in the second half.
Mueller's been down there. He's finally get up and walking up. He's taken a few shots here early and kind of gingerly walking up again now.
Yeah, from what I've heard, he was a Menace player last year.
Yeah, he played last year, yep.
Yeah, this is my first year, but he's been pretty good today.
Sunday looks up, sends it up the right side. They were looking for Jamga, I think, to get it outside, but it deflected. And you play UMass Lowell?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes north of Boston.
Here comes Chicago, trying to sneak it through, and just wide of the goal. That's been one of their best shots on goal here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Their forward's so strong. He's tough to deal with.
And turn it. And a push there. We'll go back to your history here in a minute. We just started talking and they came back the other way on us. You say outside of Boston, you said?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes north of Boston. We play in the America East. We're going into our 5th year of transition to Division I, so it'll be our 5th year in Division I. We went through a bit of a tough transition period, but this past year we had quite a successful year where we were able to finish in the top 5 in the RPI. So we're looking forward to our first year being postseason eligible.
And here's a throw in up ahead. Looking for Jamga there. Now taken by Stoffer. Menace now working it up. That was a little dangerous there, back.
Especially with Devin up top. He just has so much pace.
He closed on that ball very quickly, didn't he,
Right.
as the keeper was trying to get to it. And you're originally from Baltimore?
Yeah,
right?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Grew up playing with the Baltimore Bays. Definitely a rich soccer area, which I think helped me out growing up.
Kind of East Coaster, your first, is this your first venture west then?
Yeah, this is actually my first time in the Midwest. I've been in, California before, but never really in the Midwest, so it's definitely interesting.
Honold sends it in and right to the keeper. As the Menace. Oh, and boy, Barkai's sure been busy there tonight. He's made some nice plays on the ball, though, hasn't he?
It was well worked there to Heath, and then a good ball into Stoffer.
No score here in the 53rd minute. Just underway in the second half. And one thing about Chicago, they keep teams close, don't they? 4 straight ties, including the last one with you guys. They don't let anybody pull away from them, it doesn't seem like here. And the Menace inside, and that one high.
Adam Knight's been dangerous tonight. He's been able to cut in and get some shots off. He hit the crossbar earlier.
Yeah, he had that one. We were talking about that. He split the 2 defenders and then around the other defender and almost in that right 90 there, but it hit the crossbar, and that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Just 6 inches high.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shows some good. I mean, you get to worrying about Jamga up there, and then you see Knight come in, and he shows the footwork too up front. And
yeah, Adam's a guy who likes to go at players. He doesn't really like holding up. He likes going forward.
well, overall, just like here, there's been a lot of back and forth. Here comes Stoffer. Stoffer turns left foot across. Oh, I think he was maybe trying to lift it over to somebody else. I don't know.
It looked like he was aiming back post tonight. Not a bad
Back
idea.
post, yeah. Yeah, as much as he put on that, just a little wide. But here again, it seems like we're back to what it was in the first half, where the Menace now are getting into their own half and moving the ball around a lot and getting a shot.
Yeah, I think Coach Pasquarella is really good at his halftime talks, making the adjustments. So I think that's what you're seeing here.
And the Menace will throw this one in. And still battling for it. And that's been a thing, too. They've been quick to the ball and on the ball, tenacious tonight, it seems like.
Yeah, the transition to defense has been great for us.
Into the middle, Zalzman. Looking. Over gets it back. Top, quick shot, and the keeper right there. When you're back there, what do you Is there one thing how do you kind of look beyond those defenders? You keep an eye on the ball, or what do you as a keeper watching your point of emphasis back there? Is it just keep on the ball?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely comes a point where you can't worry too much about the organization piece of things and talking, especially like there.
When it closes down, into that.
Yeah, once you can see it gets dangerous and a guy has space, you definitely have to lock into the ball. But, otherwise you always got to be paying attention to where everyone is and letting your defenders know.
Austin Kroll with me here. And quickly through. Oh, almost got through there. Again. Zalzman running onto that one, but defender there. A nice flick back on that. And then a push.
Very good start for us here. A lot of chances. We obviously had the one Chicago chance, but it's been us on the forefront for the most part.
And keeper will come out, take the free kick here. Seems like the breeze has died down a little bit. Up ahead, he's on. Jamga. Oh, tried to go back in. He was looking for Hunnell, I think, coming through the middle there. But the defender took a nice angle, cut that off.
Mm-hmm. Defender did real well there.
Yeah, looks like. Looks like they're getting ready for some subs here. We got another stoppage. Zalzman. Tonight. Back over. Honnold, he'll turn it over. Stauffer. Zalzman looking for the opening. Into the middle. Knight. Tries to sneak it through there. Turn. Oh, into the defender. Jamga. Another one of those battles where Mueller is right in there.
Oh, bad giveaway there.
Picked off in the middle. Here comes Chicago. Mueller out on the left. Defense drops back. Oh, nice fake. And the keeper, Einen, comes out, closes that off. Good decision there.
Absolutely. Kyle picked this angle real well and did a good job getting down.
So the first corner here of the second half, it'll be Chicago. Looks like Hayden Partain coming on for the Menace, replacing Knight. And I didn't see who the Chicago player was. That one headed over. Jamga. Chicago throws it in. Three defenders all over him, though. And they'll clear it out again.
I'd like to see Hayden Partain come into this game and give us a little jolt here. We've obviously been good going forward. We just need that finishing touch.
That was him right there. Got a foot on it as it came in. Oop. Trouble getting over the ball there, yeah. Honkinson just couldn't quite find the angle on that. Here comes Chicago. But again, the red shirts come in on them. And Partain forces it out over there. Him and Salzman. And now back the other way. Can you see through that window there?
It's getting a little tougher now.
It's a little tougher when you slide down this way a little bit if you can. It's a little tougher as that sun goes down and the light reflects off the window to kind of see out there. Chicago trying to turn it in. Defender's there, though. Oh, nice. Set it up. Kind of feel a little tension building a little bit as that clock builds on you. That who's going to score first, and because you got a feeling whoever does. Although you guys came back and scored extra time in that match in Chicago, wasn't it?
Right. It was extra time. We got a corner kick, and we even sent our goalkeeper up, and Leaker wasn't able to get on the end of it, but luckily Johan got a header on, and it was a big point for us, at least getting something out of that road trip.
Up the middle, they got Jamga there, left outside, and goal!
Looks like an offside.
Or is it offside? Yep, flag's up. Okay, so the flag was up on that one, but was that Partain?
It was Partain who got on the end of it.
Got on it, yep. But he was offside, and then there's a push out front, so... Well, just like you talked about, he came in and right away involved in the action. That's what they're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. When you come on as a sub, that's what you need, the energy. And Aiden did a good job getting on the end of it. It was a tight offsides call. Referee made the decision, though, so we got to move on now.
And now that'll be a corner for Chicago. Their chance now. In the 63rd minute, no score.
Chicago did a good job fending off our little pressure there at the beginning, and they're starting to come into their game.
Sends this one in swinger, and just a little too much. And look like they're trying to send it across on that back post and get the header back in there, but just a little wide.
Decent ball, decent.
There's Heinen. Good boot there. And Chicago trying to control, but in the middle. Knocked down. Up ahead. Salzman back. Sunday sends it up top. Well, quick shot in there. The keeper right on it. Those are the ones you got to be aware of, too, and the Menace have been working it so well, and all of a sudden, boom, a long strike.
Yeah, exactly. We did a nice job building around the midfield, got it outside, and Aiden did a good job getting the shot off.
And that'll be a corner again for Chicago.
Got to keep fighting off these corners like we've been doing, and this looks like the only chances they've been getting so far in the second half, however. It's just off the set pieces.
Set piece, yep. That one headed out. And across to Jamga. He controls it, turns it. And then draws a yellow there. That goes against Mark Seberg. He must have done a little something extra in there then when Jomga fell into the other player.
It looked like a pretty tough hit there for Dev, but good to see him back on his feet.
And so yellow giving out the first of the match here. No score into the 66th minute.
Oh. Looked like Moines tried to take that early, but the ref didn't allow it.
He wasn't ready to start play. Now they are. And to Stauffer. Stauffer in the middle. Sunday. And that'll go wide.
Bit ambitious there. Looks like about 40 yards out.
Well, those, you know, guys back in the mid and defense, they want to take their shot.
Yeah, exactly. Looked like a hero if it goes in, so I don't blame him.
Battle for it there, and Jomga comes away rubbing his head. Let's see what for battling that. Up on the outside, trying to turn it. And now a corner for the Menace. So their first corner here of the second half.
Looks like Ramon Howe's coming in.
Howe coming in for Honnold. Late into the defense. We try to switch it quick there, but defender right there to shut that off. When did you decide you were going to be a keeper? Was that early on, or is that something as you?
I don't think there's many people who choose to be goalkeepers when they're growing up. Yeah. You know, I just was playing rec and travel soccer, and my friends thought I was good at it. So they I actually remember it was at my tryout for the first like real travel like big deal club soccer team. Mm-hmm. And my friend, of course, told the coach, "Oh, Austin's a good goalkeeper." So they threw me in there, and I never got out. So.
Well, I know as just coaching my kids and stuff, when you found a good one, you like to keep them in there, and then if they were hurt or gone, then it was like you know, the other kids, because I always think especially young kids always think it's their fault when they get scored on.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yep. And it's all, you know, and here's Chicago, and that one's high. Well, they moved the ball well in there and got a good look at it, but
almost capitalized on a little bit of sloppiness on our part, but you know, we got to clean that up a little bit. You know, we can't give them those chances in transition.
Yeah. Anyway, it's when you're younger, it's always thought, you know, it's the keeper's fault, and they're because they didn't stop it. You know,
mm-hmm.
Part of that's because they make a great stop, and everybody praises them, or they make a stop, you know, but then one gets through. But as you know, we talked about it's working the defense and everybody working together. Here come the Menace working together. Send it out. And turns the defender back in. Over. Oh, Partain.
Really well worked there from Joe Kay getting in the box.
He came back to Partain. He couldn't.
Looked like that block saved a goal there.
Yep. Block, but it'll be a corner for the Menace. Zalzman with the corner. Across the top and headed out of there. Quick turn back. Another one, and that's going to go wide. The end of the 71st minute.
Yeah, like you said, the tension definitely starts to build at this stage of the game.
Get into the second half of the second half.
Right. Definitely feels like there's a goal in this one, though. I feel like one's coming, either way.
Just the Menace have been so on it. We talked about it, a lot of set pieces, a couple of them for Chicago here. And now, almost turned in there. A couple Chicago players down, still battling. Menace trying to clear that out of there. And finally, goes out on the far side.
Yeah, that forward 22.
Kudos Lewall.
Yeah, wasn't sure how to say that one, but he's creating havoc.
Yeah, he's been pretty good up there when he gets room. Oh, looking for Partain. Partain takes it now inside, back up, and the defender cuts it off as he tried to go back in the middle. Now Partain battling in there, and there's going to be foul called. Christian Sanchez for Chicago. Yeah, it just feels like the Menace are more getting it down and working it. And, and one of these times they're going to find that open slot.
For sure. That's definitely how it feels, but, the game of soccer, it's just, you never know.
Yeah, but you look at Chicago, and they played a lot of tight games lately.
Yeah.
And inside, Mueller back over, across the middle, but cut off and set out. Chicago turns it back the other way. The offside call.
I noticed earlier in the game that Chicago only has four field player subs to use, whereas the Menace have 6. That might come into play as we get into the later stages with tired legs.
Tired legs, yeah, and a few subs.
Time for a t-shirt toss.
And
great
back
combination.
out. Oh, the defender makes a good job of
Make sure to look in your t-shirt.
taking that out of there. Grant Stoneman. Yeah, and Coach Pasquarella seems to have the right feel of when to make those subs, it seems like, so far this season in the matches.
Against their game against Chicago just on Tuesday, he did a good job of picking the right guys to come in. They brought a lot of energy.
So speaking of that, we've got looks like Isaiah Madrid ready to come in. And Hawkinson going out.
The Des Moines Menace would like to wish a happy birthday to Alex Swanson, James, and our very own assistant coach, Eileen Nunny.
Here we go. A good chance on the throw here to make something happen for the Menace. What to back there, nobody there, but Menace will knock it down. Howell, Jamga, back over, up ahead, off the keeper, is going to roll out for a corner.
Big save there from the keeper.
Yep, once
Keeping
again,
it level.
Barkai. Now the third corner here for the Menace. And Chicago tries to move it quickly back the other way. Trying to sneak it through. Almost got it through the defense, but they turn it. Madrid. it up the outside.
Great ball there from Sunday.
Try to turn it. Still fighting forward. Drop it back. Zalzman. Lob it up ahead, looking in the middle there for Partain.
Yeah, Zalzman's been pretty active today. Get a bit on the ball a lot in attacking areas.
And knocked out. Back the other way.
To also play 50-50 tonight from Drew's Crew for Kids. Tonight's wedding ticket number is 846238. And you may claim your earnings and your $200 Home gift card at the information table. Again, the wedding ticket number is
You want me to ask you why goalkeepers wear funny clothes? Because they have to stand out.
Hey, I will say I think our kit's a little bit better than theirs.
Well, they gotta be different from the team, so they stand out, and that's. Now, goalkeepers aren't quite the same as field goal kickers in football, are they? They're not quite. It's a little bit different kind of deal.
No, yeah, I would say field goal kickers in football, they're pretty much isolated from the rest of the team.
Because you're right out there on the field and you're talking with the other team as we talk with your other players and that, and it's not like you're. And like we said, everybody doesn't blame you if something, because they know it's a full team effort. Whereas the kicker, he's got one job to do.
Right.
Comes in, so they're a little flakier, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of time of training on our own away from the field players, but yeah, we're involved with them a lot more than the field goal kicker is with the rest of the team.
Chicago sends it down and out. So we get into the 79th minute here. The Menace have challenged several times here in the second half. Unable to find the back of the net. Well, the one they did, it was offside, but we'll see. They get a couple fresh legs in there. Now, Mueller.
Ooh.
And
cheeky there from Mueller. Put it in between the legs.
Ends up getting the corner.
Thank you to the official hotel of the Des Moines
And
Holiday Inn and Suites, Des Moines Northwest. Located right off of Interstate 80, the Holiday Inn and Suites, Des Moines Northwest.
be a substitution here. One thing I'd like to see is numbers on the front.
Right. Make the job easier.
Well, Christian Sanchez came out. I'm not sure who came in for him yet. Here's the corner coming over. Deflected out. On the breakaway. Over. And credit Chicago. They got back that time.
Good break from the Menace, though. Good job by Chicago as well.
But it is a tough thing to take it clear down the field like that on one-on-one on the break. They tried to get the pass up. That's usually the way it works. But
Jamga must have ran 60 yards, so that's that's not easy.
But put the pressure back on the defense there. Mueller with it. Chicago. And that one's out. Anthony Khaleesi there. And that'll stay with the Menace. Stoffer comes. Now back to Stoffer. Inside Partain. Crosses him over, turns back in the middle, and they'll clear it out of there.
Would like to see someone make that near post run there. It was really well worked by Partain.
There's just nobody in the space to go to the ball, yeah. especially when a guy works it, and gets it, works it to where he can get that in there, and then you'd hope somebody else would react and come in. But
he did his job. He did a good job getting by someone. I think that near post area is just so dangerous. I think we need someone there.
But so far tonight, that's been one of the few times where there hasn't been, somebody running on, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely have shown urgency getting forward. Just hasn't come yet,
Back up into the middle. Partain sends it over to the corner. Run it down there. Trying to make the move. Off the defender. Battle for it. Oh, looking for Partain coming through the middle. And good job by Fricky.
Yeah, really strong there on the tackle.
Held off the defender, kept that ball.
A lot of noise from the Menace fan right now.
They're trying to get something going. I think they sense here that whoever scores got a chance of taking this game.
Yeah.
Lob over the top. Partain, and flags up, offside.
Just need to hold that run a little bit longer, and we're looking at 1-0.
Yeah, just another beat, and he was there. Chicago. They're trying to break a string of 4 straight ties that they've had.
Yeah,
Menace trying to keep their home match streak of 24 games alive, trying to make 25 here. So something's going to happen with the streak one way or the other. Oh, there's a goal.
Man. Like we said, the Menace have been more dangerous, but Chicago's a very capable team. They got themselves a goal.
Sirkowski, I think, in the 84th minute. So now the Menace trail here for the first time. See if they can even it up here the final 6 minutes. Up the left side. Back up, Partain, a little too much. And the push called, it'll be a Menace free kick. Menace working it ahead now. And they'll keep it. Stauffer into Partain. Partain inside Howell. And that'll be a corner for the Menace.
Looks like we got a throw here.
Or is it a throw? Was it a throw? Oh, I guess it was. It didn't go out the back, went outside. Okay. Stauffer sends it over, and the keeper's there. Jamga. The end of the 87th minute, Menace. Need one to even it up. And a push on the Menace.
There's one bright side here for the Menace. They do have the, I guess, positive mindset, knowing that they did come back against the same team on Tuesday. So hopefully we can see more of the same tonight.
Up ahead.
Great ball by Stauffer.
Partain is pushed. There's a foul. And a yellow. Second yellow handed out to Chicago here. And this is not a bad spot here for the free kick for the Menace.
Good time to get our big guys in the box. Maybe Johan or Fricky can get on the end of this.
Yellow card for Chicago's Frank Fox.
Oh, just high over the top. Well, the thing, if you're talking about Moines, Chicago, one of the things they've been not able to do is hold the leads late as they've all those ties, you know. So that's one thing in the Menace. If they can put the pressure on them, we'll see if they can do that. And if Chicago can hold up under it.
Yeah, I mean,
good attempt there.
I think the Menace definitely have the positive mindset, knowing that they have come back, and I think Chicago probably has in the back of the mind that they've drawed quite a few games. So we'll see how it plays out here.
Into the 89th minute. Regulation. That's Frank Bach, who had the yellow there a minute ago. Drive it up ahead. Jamga. Keep the keeper honest. So we're into the final minute of regulation now. Menace trailing.
Do we find out how much stoppage time they give up here?
They haven't. They used to have a sign they'd hold up, but in the first half he held up one finger. I saw the center referee hold up one finger, and there's a yellow.
Oh, come on. There's been quite a bit of substitutions in yellow, so I would expect to see a few minutes.
A couple minutes maybe, yeah. We'll see. Into the extra time.
There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Oh, 4 minutes. So quite a bit there.
That's plenty of time. Just got to keep the composure. Play the way we can play. Oh, great flick there from Partain.
And into the defender. Sunday traps it down, sends it over. Lob up ahead. Into the middle. Run on. Ooh. Outside, that's knocked away by the defender. Menace keeping the pressure on. And the extra time here. Chicago sends it out, throwing for the Menace. Menace looking to even it up here in the extra time. Turn back in. Shot deflected away.
Wow, shocking call there.
Yeah. You call a push. Yeah, after all the the contact that's going on, and then call that here late as they were going for the ball.
Yeah, it's been a lot of physical play. It's a strange call to make in the 90th minute.
Lob up ahead. Chicago trying to clear it out of there. Hang on to that lead. Back the other way. Tried to sneak it through, take it away. Kept alive.
Good work there by Hogue. Step on that.
Martin comes in. I think about a minute left maybe of extra time. Outside to Stauffer. Sends it in.
It's about time to get numbers in the box and just lump it in.
Put it in there, yep. Battle for it. Oh, cleared out again. Menace running out of time. Got to get in. Stauffer up ahead. Partain trying to run it down. Can't. In the middle, Sunday. Back inside. And a push called.
That might just do it.
It's got to be close to the last 30 seconds or so here of extra time. And that will do it. So Chicago takes the 1-0 win here. Goal in the 84th minute and breaks the Menace 24-game home win streak. And, well, we knew the tension here, Austin, and you just credit Chicago. They got one in late, and the Menace tried to rally there like they did in Chicago, but unable to come through here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we controlled the second half very well. But like we said, Chicago's a dangerous team, and you got to respect that. And they were able to break once, and they got to very good chance. It was well worked, and they got themselves a goal. So, I mean, credit to Chicago. They're a good team.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sitting in with us here this evening, and hope for a little better result, but appreciate it, and appreciate your comments, and good luck to you here in the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's Adam Kroll here. We're going to take a break. We'll do that and come back with our post-game and some of our post-game guests coming up after this.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 2017 Ford F-150s at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. During the best summer ever sales event in Indianola, get 25% off MSRP. New 2017 Ford Focuses and new 2017 Ford Fusions. New 2017 Ford Escapes. Only $299 down, $299 per month. People drive to Indianola to buy Fords. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Be part of the movement to grow the beautiful game. Be a fan. Be part of Iowa's premier men's soccer team. Be part of the Menace. And after each home game this season, your first drink is on us at the official Des Moines Menace post-game party at Legends American Grill. Redeem your ticket stub for a free Corona, Corona Light, or soft drink. Join us for these upcoming Menace games or find out more at menacesoccer.com.
Come to our next home game!
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
The Menace fall to Chicago, 1-0. Devin Jamga joining me, and got to be a little frustrating tonight. Seems you guys had so many attacks, coordinated passing the ball around, it just couldn't get it to get in there. One of them hit the crossbar. Just a tough night for you.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we were great in the attacking third. We were great all around today. Just one moment of lapse concentration costed us a goal, and it's just one of those frustrating days. We just got to make sure we keep our head up and proceed with the week as we would if we had won.
Seemed like a physical game. They let it go. It was both ways tonight. Is that what you saw out there?
Yeah, no comment on that. I was on the receiving end of a lot of those hits, and I mean, they were going both ways. It was a tough match, and this good opposition, so it was very feisty out there. Yeah, I'd say it was a pretty tough match.
What is it about the Chicago team? They just kind of keep hanging around, don't they?
No, they have a great attacking group, great defensive group. It's really just a battle, and whoever's the better team on the day usually wins. And I mean, today I thought we were the better team, but we were on the unlucky side of things.
Okay, well, the first home loss here in 24 matches, so time to start another streak, huh?
Yeah, hopefully we can get 25 plus this time, but I mean, we're going to try and look at the positives in this and not really look at the negatives that much, and try and grow and obviously try and pick up the remaining points in our schedule.
All right, thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
That's Devin Jamka here tonight as the Menace fall 1-0 to Chicago. We'll take another break and be back after this.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back here, the final tonight, Chicago defeats the Menace. It's their first loss in 24 home matches here in the PDL, so something that hasn't happened very often. A late goal by Chicago. Chicago and the Menace scored in extra time in the game in Chicago on Tuesday to come away with the draw there, but tonight they are unable to get it through, although you had a lot of chances. One of them hit the crossbar, came out, but the Menace will lose here tonight. Chance to get the home streak started again on July 1st. Well, they will host St. Louis back here in a match we'll have once again here on CISN.TV as the fans make their way over to get autographs here. And that's going to wrap it up here. The final tonight, Chicago 1, the Menace 0 on CISN.TV.